Alright, so today I'm in station, so I might have to break this up if we get called, but I've been getting a lot of questions about the various hacks that I use, so here's a little demonstration. So, what you see here, you'll see in this section here, those are the Freemie cup pieces. I have a Spectra S2 pump. I also have an Evenflo cordless pump that I've hacked. And these come from the Evenflo, and those were just pieces that are the 20mm flanges, but I hacked them off. And the various tubing, and obviously the closure pieces for the closed system for the Spectra. So first I have here, I'm going to try and do this. First I have here the Freemie cup. The Freemie cup, you put some Spectra tubing. Well, first, let me do this. For the Spectra tubing, for the hack for the Medela Freemie cups, I cut Spectra tubing so that I would be able to put a Dr. Brown's cleaner halfway through. So that's that. And then I just ended up using the Medela tubing to make it longer. Anyways, so the Spectra has the backflow protectors, and I just put the Spectra tubing over it. And then this is the Freemie piece. You put that on. Totally did not see that, sorry. So you put that on so that the tube obviously goes through the notch. Trying to do this one-handed here. And you assemble the Freemie cup as so. Now your Freemie cups will come with two flange sizes. They'll come with a 28mm and a 25mm. I, however, need a 19mm. I have actually, those are 21s, not 20s. The hacks that I use. So this is just typical Freemie cup, as you see here. This is a 28mm flange. Now, this blue piece came with my Evenflo pump. And I just put that in there. And then I take, yeah, this is 21mm. Anyways, and I put it in here. And this creates a soft seal that does not, here, hold on. A soft seal that does not pinch. So now I both have the correct flange size, and let me just check that. You want to make sure that your bills aren't twisted in the Freemie cups. And that popped off. Hold on. I know you can't see anything right now other than shadow, so just bear with me a couple moments. Okay. So you have a good seal. You're not going to lose suction in this hack here. And so this is your Freemie cup. And you put the backflow protector diaphragm on. And over here, you see my backflow, the other part of my backflow protector is connected to Medela tubing. I just put my Spectra tubing over my Medela tubing. It works well. It works really well. And then you can take it apart too, if needed. But you just clip it in, like so. And then when you're pumping, this diaphragm will move and you'll actually get good suction out of the cups. Now, the cups fit in your bra. You put your nipple in the flange like that, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And you can do this without being exposed. So that is that hack. I'm going to put that together later. Now, actually, let me just put the other one together real quick. Just assembled the other Freemie cup, and I pulled the tubing off of my Medela, and it's connected just like the other one to my Spectra to the Medela tubing. I pump with the Spectra or the Evenflo. Now, this is just a piece of Medela tubing. If you look down in there, it's one of the yellow. It's not focusing right. There we go. It's one of the yellow little pieces that connect the tubing. And I just put it in with some hot glue. I wrapped hot glue around the yellow connector and pushed it in and waited for it to solidify. This does not come in contact with milk. It's just for the air and the seal, because you're going to put whatever you would put into your Spectra or whatever pump you use. You're going to connect it to here the same way I connect it right here. Bear with me a moment. Now, the Spectra tubing is a little bit more flexible and malleable, and you can put it right over the Medela tubing, which is a little bit more strong and firm. And you don't really have to go too far over it. You just need to make sure that it's not going to break away on you accidentally. So, oh, that's really close. I don't think it's going to zoom. Focus. There you go. So, I have this piece. I obviously sawed off the flange. I only had one of these, but I got 2 pumps. It was a hand-me-down pump. And I decided to get creative. So, I haven't warmed and smoothed this off, but then again, it doesn't come in contact with any boob, so any body part other than maybe my hands, so that's not necessarily a requirement. Stand keeps falling back. So I just put it in there, and voila. If I had batteries in this, I'd be able to turn it on. I personally normally only go about halfway when it has a full charge because, well, I'm sensitive. Each mother has their own preferences. But it does also have the cord, but I'm not going to worry about doing that today. So that is my Evenflo hack to make a cordless and hands-free pump. And my Medela Freemie cup hack to a Spectra. And the flange hack. Judging from how this fits in there, I'm pretty positive if you use the 28mm flange for the Freemie, you would still be able to use a 20 or a 19mm flange using one of these as a buffer. One of these, I got this with my Evenflo. Like I said, it was a hand-me-down pump, so I didn't get two of the flanges. Anywho, that is my hack. Oh yes, Spectra. So, for the Spectra, when you turn it on, it'll go to whatever you have settings-wise. And that is loud. Hold on. There we go. Now, the great thing I love about Spectra is that it doesn't suck, it suckles. Now, the cycles, that's how many sucks it does per minute. I like to stay on 42, but it does go down to 38. And then the vacuum is how hard it sucks. It starts down all the way at level 1, all the way up to level 12. I do not go that far. I try to match how my daughter sucks so that my boobs don't like just decide to shut down on me. But then there's also a massage setting to initiate letdown. And that is always cycle 70. And it only goes up to level 5. It goes down to level 1. But this is the Spectra S2. It is pink. It does not have a battery. You have to have electricity for it. It does have this light though. It has 2 settings for the light, which is awesome. And the Spectra S1 is blue, and it does have a battery. So you could essentially pump cordless. So that is that. I normally go for at least a minute, minute and a half here, and then switch it to my cycle. But everybody has different measurements and whatnot. So, anywho, there is my hack. I hope you all enjoyed, and best of luck pumping and breastfeeding. Bye-bye.